This is Money FM 89.3, Singapore's most influential radio station. Breakfast with Lynlee and Ryan, only on Money FM 89.3.
National Pride Series, brought to you by Simba Telecom, exclusively on Money FM 89.3.
Very good morning to you. This is Breakfast with Lynlee and Ryan. Ryan, I forgot to ask you earlier, how was your weekend?
Yeah, so we had a lot of things planned up over the weekend. And of course, it's always tough to pack everything in, right? And This is, of course, with your kids in tow. And also have a lot of programs lined up. And for me, I went to the library to pick up more books. And
did you finally find that book to return?
No, unfortunately not. So I am still on the lookout for that missing book. Okay. And it turns out it is still missing. So I've got one more week left before I have to face the music and pay the fines.
Well, it was a busy weekend for me as well. Both my kids had plenty of activities lined up over the weekend. We, had a good time. In the end, we had a nice dinner in the city and had a big surprise, really. Walking back to the car after dinner, we saw the fireworks. It was lovely. It was really, really surprising. I didn't expect to see the fireworks because we were near the Padang. We were in the CBD area. So, wow. Very, very nice.
Yeah, of course, in the lead up to National Day, everyone's out to watch the fireworks and also scrambling for a chance to catch the National Day Parade. So if you still haven't had the chance to watch it, we've got some tickets to give away. Come out on the show. Just stay tuned for your chance to figure out how you can get hold of a pair of tickets for the actual day National Day Parade.
Exactly. And in view of National Day, we have a special National Pride series today. We will be looking at a fast-growing mobile virtual network operator in Singapore, Simba Telecom. The company offers a variety of mobile plans to choose from, including plans with unlimited calls and text messages, as well as plans with data roaming.
Yep, so this company offers a lot, and talk about some of the stuff that is really attracting users to jump on board Simba. Well, for more insights on their business model, its competitive landscape, its future plans, we've got Benjamin Tan, Chief Technology Officer for Simba, in the studio. Good morning, Benjamin. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome to the show, Benjamin.
Hey, so I think I'll start first with that name, Simba. It is a very interesting name. What's the brand story behind Simba? Why are you called Simba in the first place?
Well, I thought it was a good name, and that's it. There's some allusion to the Singapore being the lion city, so it's Simba.
Yeah, very local.
But if you don't mind, I do need to make just a minor correction to the introduction. We are a mobile network operator, not a mobile virtual network operator.
Oh, yes, that's right. You're the fourth telco in Singapore to take on the big boys.
Okay. So what is one key milestone of Simba Telecom since its inception?
Well, we did our commercial launch in March of 2020, and it was like straight into the pandemic, if I think most people would recall. But we did launch very attractive, if I dare say so, $10, 100 gig plan. So, and that has practically defined the new price point. It's a new dispensation for mobile telcos in Singapore. Prior to that, I think it was, you might recall, it was far, far more expensive. So
yeah, I think you're recognizing that a lot of people want data, and this is what they are looking for. I think this comes from your own experience as being a user and you knowing what they want.
We try to keep our ear to the ground. We don't live in ivory towers or properties with inordinately large land areas. Yeah, so we keep our ears to the ground. We understand what our customers want. And that's what we attempt to give them. So lots of data, and there's been a cry about roaming. So more recently, we've also started to push out roaming.
Quite generous roaming limits for some of your users as well.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm not sure whether some of your listeners might recall any occasion where they would previously have some kind of a bill shock from roaming. It was used to be a common kind of anecdotal cases of people all saying that they took a call and it was hardly 5 minutes and they get billed a few tens of dollars, which is not unusual. So not only are we giving free roaming, or rather included roaming for data, thing that I think not perhaps not all of our customers admittedly realize is that the incoming and outgoing calls are also not charged if they're back to Singapore. It's as if they were in Singapore.
Oh, so Benjamin, I see you've come in with your Simba T-shirt. It's really, really lovely. A purple color with a Simba, logo here. Tell us, what's your unique selling proposition, and what's your most popular mobile plan so far?
Well, I think we are always looking for value for money. That's our main thing. We want to ensure that we always stay relevant to the customer. And bringing value to the deal, not just lower price in and of itself, but certainly not a high price. It's not designed to be an absolutely premium product with all kinds of bells and whistles. As I say again, we pride ourselves at understanding what really matters to the customer and not just spewing things that usually come from the other end of a male cow. Now, in terms of the unique selling points, I think it could also be expressed as honesty and a straightforward, simple plan, right? $10, 100 gig. You get 1 gig of roaming. We don't take money from your credit card, even though your credit card is tagged for additional charges. We only take money from the credit card directly for the actual subscription charges. So you won't have this spill over. There's no fear of that. Even our roaming charges, some people might be familiar, it's like $4 per gig of data, which is not expensive, I dare say so. However, not only is it $4 per gig, we only take that at the rate of 4 cents per 10 meg, as opposed to taking the whole $4 and whether you use it or not part thereof, So it's this kind of I'm trying to illustrate, of course, some examples of what we mean by a simple, honest, value for money plan.
Yeah, talking about value for money, I'm looking at the menu that you have. So Simba only 100 GB, $10 for 30 days, and the international roaming 1 gig. And it covers some of the popular destinations like Japan, the United States, a lot of places in Southeast Asia. So it's quite a very generous allowance when it comes to roaming. And what's also stand out for me is you've got a package for seniors. What's the idea here?
Well, there's always this little bit of digital inclusivity, if you will, if I can borrow that term. And we find that perhaps too many seniors are not well catered for in their plans, and we don't want the cost of a mobile plan to be prohibitive. So we've worked together with the IMDA for this one. And because IMDA has an initiative called Mobile for Seniors, right? But we've taken it one step further so that even those that haven't been caught by the IMDA's scheme, which really targets the underprivileged, if you will, we've offered $5 for seniors, and we define seniors as anyone over 60, so I'm not quite there yet, but maybe soon.
$5, that's even beating the $10 deal.
That's right.
Wow.
And there are various features of this $5 seniors deal, in that it gives you 20 gig unlimited. What we mean by that is the first 20 gig, like the 100 gig, is at full speed, but beyond that, we only throttle the speed down. We don't actually cut them off just in case they unknowingly run out of data and such.
We are speaking with Benjamin Tan, Chief Technology Officer of Simba, about how Simba has changed the telco landscape in Singapore.
National Pride Series brought to you by Simba, Singapore's fastest growing telco. Only on Money FM 89.3. If
you've just joined us, we're in conversation with Benjamin Tan, Chief Technology Officer of Simba, about how Simba has changed the telco landscape in Singapore.
Yeah, Benjamin, so let's get into the journey of Simba so far. How has been the take-up and, of course, the challenges you've been facing as you try to get more users on board? What's the current landscape like? How would you describe it?
I think it's challenging, as with everything in Singapore. It's a relatively small market. It's crowded. And there's a fight to be had, right? Everybody's trying to eat everybody else's lunch. So in order to ensure that nobody steals our lunch, we have to keep moving, and that's why we keep on innovating new plans, new things. So after our roaming plan, for example, did pretty well, we now have a regional roaming plan where we have far higher data quotas. The $20 plan, you mentioned you were looking at some of our plans on the website.
Yes, some got 10 gigabytes of roaming.
Exactly. So people have asked for more data, so that's how we stay relevant. And this 10 gig for just $20 gets you 10 gig in what we define as the popular regional destinations, specifically Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and then farther out, we have countries like Taiwan, Vietnam, and Australia, all included for just $20. 10 gig there, 50 gig to Malaysia, and still that 100 gig in Singapore.
Wow.
So,
Benjamin, you've addressed some of the pain points of consumers earlier. So share with us perhaps some key strategies you are planning for or you're using for customer acquisition and retention.
well, we like digital media. You've probably seen our advertisements on digital media a lot. But as I made some allusion to earlier, we like to think that we keep our ears to the ground. So we also have our traditional dealers, of course, a large dealer network throughout Singapore. And because especially plans like for the seniors, they are perhaps not so digitally savvy. I don't think it would be right for us to expect them to click online to buy. So it's really a mix of how we go to market. We've done pretty well with the foreign worker segment. So we advertise quite a bit in Little India, for example, in the traditional ads. And we see our customers coming to us because we like to think it's because of good value, straightforward plan, no hidden charges, no tie-ins for 24 months, 12 months, and balloon at the back or anything like that at all.
Yeah, so not just postpaid, but also you've got a prepaid plan going on.
That's right, yep.
And I think worth noting, when I visit your website, I'm not inundated with pictures of handphones or any devices.
Yeah, we don't have any tie-ins, so we don't primarily sell phones. There are a few phones on offer for the seniors, some low-cost handsets to get them going. These are the $100+ type handsets, but it's not our primary thing to tie people in to what's practically an installment plan for their phones. Right. So it's SIM only. Take your SIM, be it a physical SIM or an eSIM, grab it and go, and you're online with Simba.
It's National Day. Are you planning to give any free SIM cards again?
We will be having a National Day offer. I shall wait for the right people to make that announcement, but there will be, of course, some promo in line with the celebratory mood.
Okay, tell us about your future plans for Simba.
Well, this is no big secret now. It's been on our website, so we will be pushing out fiber broadband very, very soon. I shan't say exactly when, but it is coming. It is coming, and we, in the same vein as our mobile plan, we do fully intend for it to be a value for money, exciting scheme that certainly we hope will shake the market.
All right, shaking the market like Lion King. You've been chatting with Benjamin Tan, Chief Technology Officer for Simba. Thanks for joining us, Benjamin.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Money FM 89.3